You don't have to be perfect to be loved. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to pretend you're not tired. God isn't asking you to be impressive. He's asking you to be His. That's the heart of this episode, and honestly, it's been the heart of the whole series. Welcome back to Faith in Me. I started this journey as a spectator, just a lurker watching viral clips on my timeline, trying to figure out and unbox a 500-year-old secret. But the deeper I went, the more I realized Sinulog isn't just a festival. It's a mirror. It's a rhythm. It's a reminder that faith isn't about growing up. It's about growing back. So today we're wrapping up the Sinulog Sessions with something a little more personal, a little more reflective. Because the Santo Niño isn't just a statue. He's a message, a whisper, I guess a way home. But you know what's wild? In Christianity, Jesus is King of Kings. But the image Filipinos hold closest is Him as a child who can't walk, a child who needs to be carried, a child who depends on others. And I kept asking myself why God would choose that form to stay close in their hearts for 500 years. And then it kind of hit me, because we forget. We grow up, we get busy, get hardened, get tired, and we forget what it's like to be a child. That's where the Santo Niño steps in, not to scold us, but to remind us you're still allowed to be held. When you look at Filipino history, colonization, disasters, poverty, migration, you kind of start to understand why the Santo Niño became so precious. Because life gets heavy. Sometimes the only prayer we have left is, Lord, I don't know what to do. Help me. And that's exactly the posture of a child. Not weak, not helpless, just honest. And maybe that's why the image stuck. Because in the middle of chaos, Filipinos didn't need a distant king. They needed a God who could be carried. Circling back to the Sinulog dance, they do 2 steps forward and 1 step back. It's almost an accurate description of the Christian life if you think about it. We try, we fall, we get back up, and we move again. And God doesn't shame us for the steps backwards. He just keeps inviting us to dance. It's not a perfect performance, it's a rhythm of grace. So making this series kind of did something for me. It made me look at my own faith, the faith that I'm discovering, my own identity, and my childhood. And I kind of asked myself, when did I stop being God's child and start acting like I needed to handle everything alone? And maybe you felt that way too. The pressure to be strong, the pressure to be put together, to be the adult in every room. But the Santo Niño whispers, you don't have to perform for me, just come home. And that's what this whole journey has been. Not just a deep dive into history, but a slow return, I guess, to trust and maybe understanding. So as we close this series, I want to leave you with this. You're allowed to be small. You're allowed to be soft. And you're allowed to be carried. Because faith isn't about being impressive. It's about being held, being comforted. So wherever in the world you're listening to this from, I pray you rediscover the joy of being God's child. I'll see you in the next one.